Hi, Jason back again with Women's Super League and Aussie View. After a few weeks break, review the Super Fours, which I just want to give my thoughts on. I'll start off with Leeds Rhinos versus York Valkyrie. Uh, I, it was great to see Tara Jane Stanley back, first time in almost 2 years. And she actually played really well. Her fitness was excellent. She lasted the whole game, and you forget what a great kicking game she had. So I think she's going to go from strength to strength. So Leeds in the end ran away 38-16 winners. But for the first 10 minutes, it was a really tight game, pretty high quality. There wasn't many errors or anything like that, and the ball was in play for quite a while. Yeah, I was really impressed with the actual standard of that game. Evie Cousins started the scoring in the first half, and that was on the back of Mel Howard. She seemed to be just dominating everything. She that was one of the best games I've seen Mel Howard play. She really ran the show. Her running game, passing game, kicking game, it was all there. I knew sort of all along that if Leeds find form, get their best players in the field, they can really trouble Wigan this year. So they're looking really good. Fullback Ruby Enright with 4 tries. I think that just confirmed that she's one of the best fullbacks in the game, and she had a blinder. Um, Ebony Stead scored. Basically, the game was I think it was 10-all, and her try from about 70 or 80 metres out, that basically blew the game wide open for Leeds. And what an asset it is to have a long striding player like Ebony Stead who can score tries like that, like using her footwork, which was absolutely amazing, which got her between a couple of defenders and then just stride out and score that try. So that sort of blew it open a bit for the Rhinos. The Valkyrie did hit back with Megan Pakula scoring her second try. Emma Kershaw cross for them as well. But they were pretty good, York, but Leeds just really flexed their muscles. They strung up front with Elliston and Shannon Brown. Nicole Kennedy also crossed for a beautiful try, running a great line. So I just wanted to highlight that line. They've got players all over the park that can hurt you. But for York, Savannah Andrade made her comeback as well, and she was pretty solid. She'll also get better. She'll be better for the run. I thought Sinead Peach was probably their best player. She had her best game I've seen her play for a long time. So Leeds ended up taking it out 38-16, and they play St Helens this week, which will be another cracker. York play Wigan. If York, they're going to have to continue to improve, but based on this performance against Leeds, they can. They're getting players back at the right end, and they were pretty good. They were getting back to their old self. So have a look at Wigan v Saints now. That was last Thursday night. It ended up a pretty big scoreline to Wigan, 44-6. They just started too well and blew Saints off the park before they knew it hit them, and they scored some beautiful tries. The actual quality of their tries, the slick hands, it really was great to watch. I want to just highlight a few moments for Grace Banks. Some nice little tip-ons, subtly getting the ball out to Molly Jones out wide, and it's a part of her game where I think she's really matured. She's always been a great runner of the ball, but her ball playing needs to be highlighted. I thought she had a few really nice touches there. Elise Derbyshire finishing well for a couple of tries. Eva Hunter again, amazing. Jenna Fubister, she showed her class and footwork. And Mary Coleman again. For my Women's Super League Player of the Week, Super Fours, Ruby Enright for her 4 tries. She couldn't do any more. But there's something that Lucy Sams did in that game against St Helens for Wigan. Reminds me of something the great Glenn Lazarus used to do back when he was playing in the day. Saints put a kick in for touch, didn't find touch, and Grace Banks actually got hold of the ball, and there was one player that actually sprinted back to get behind Grace Banks for the hit up, and that was Lucy Sams. And to me, that shows a desire, determination, and just to really want to win. And I love to see that, especially from a prop forward. And so it wasn't just that play. She was aggressive throughout. She really took the ball forward, got Wigan on the front foot so their backs could dominate. But and of course there was the big hit which she pulled off. And Lucy Sams is my Super League Player of the Week. I thought she was unbelievable for Wigan v Saints. For St Helens, they can't afford to start that slow and leave Vicky Whitfield and Erin McDonald, their two best forwards all year, on the bench. I thought they got their tactics wrong there. Erin McDonald once again come on and played well. And by the time Vicky Whitfield got on, I think it was 18-0. So they can't afford that. They tried hard, but they just need to get it right. And my Academy Player of the Week this week goes to a player who richly deserves it. She's been in the top 3 players every game I've seen this year for the Leeds Rhinos. I could have given it to one of the brilliant outside backs like Millie Sadler, who scored another incredible try. But I've gone for Kira Brook for her consistency all year, and in this match in particular played extremely well and scored an absolute sensational try from about 50 out. So my Academy Player of the Week is Kira Brook, Leeds Rhinos. In the Women's Super League Shield results, Huddersfield Giants 38 beat Barrow Raiders Women 20, and Featherstone Rovers 16 beat Lee Leopards 4. So that's an interesting battle with all teams trying to avoid the last place so that they don't get relegated next year from Super League.